Lesson 19, Introduction to Quadrilaterals. So there's several definitions that we need to know, and it really does help us when we're naming our figures. So a quadrilateral is a four-sided figure. And then all the rest of the words fit into the category of quadrilateral. So parallelogram, that has two pair of parallel sides. And each pair will be opposite of each other. So the opposite sides are parallel. More like a rectangle or a square. Yeah. So I've had kids in the past say for a square, all four sides are parallel. But then it wouldn't be closed. So it's two pair of parallel sides. Okay? And then a kite has exactly two pair of congruent consecutive sides. Consecutive means they're right next to each other. Then a trapezoid has one pair of parallel sides. And this is the one I think you were thinking of, Andrew, because it's one pair, so there's two sides that are parallel to each other, and those two sides will be opposite of each other. Trapezium, I feel like we don't hear that word very much, but basically no sides are parallel. The definition of a rectangle, in order to be a rectangle, all it needs is a parallelogram with four right angles. Any quadrilateral that's parallelogram and has four right angles is considered a rectangle. A rhombus is a parallelogram with four congruent sides. So the angles don't have to be right. Just as long as the four sides are congruent, it's considered a rhombus. Yes, Benjamin?
So, why is the trapezium called the trapezium? Because the trapezoid, has a pair of parallel lines, but the trapezium doesn't. Why is it that name?
I have no idea where they got that name. That would be one of those history questions. Or, maybe we could Google it or something, figure it out. I really don't know. Square is a parallelogram with four right angles. So automatically it's going to be a rectangle also. And four congruent sides. So now it's also a rhombus. So we're going to draw I think it's called a mobile, like what you hang over the baby's bed and it swings around, Is that called a mobile?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to draw a mobile with these. Quadrilaterals. So that's everything we're talking about. Just draw a four-sided figure. So hanging off to the left here, we have a trapezoid. So if you'll draw a trapezoid around the word trapezoid. Oh, that's too low, sorry. Off to the right, we have a trapezium. And a kite is a type of trapezium because it doesn't have any parallel sides. Okay, then we have in the middle a parallelogram, and that's the one that has the most subsets of figures. To show that sides are parallel, we put a little arrow in it. And then these ones would have 2 arrows to show that they're parallel to each other and not the other ones. And then we have the rectangle coming off one side. That type of parallelogram that can be a rectangle. And all we have to know about a rectangle is that it has right angles, 4 right angles. And then a rhombus. The 4 sides. And then both of those have a subgroup, which is a square. There we go. That is the end of the lesson, and we will do some of the lesson practice, if not all of it.